Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel again. It's been another week and we're doing an update video. I've kind of gotten accustomed to doing these videos in the truck and I don't know, it's just comfortable. It's still a winter wonderland here. It's like 20 degrees outside. We've still got like 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground. Roads are pretty clear, but it's been a week since my last update talking about how I've changed up the diet, and I wanted to kind of let y'all know how it's going. Folks, we finally lost some weight.
It's about time.
I know. I was thinking that it was just never going to happen again. But yesterday morning was Sunday. It's usually the day I try to weigh on. And we're down to 328 pounds, which is 10 pounds away from my lowest weight ever on Carnivore. So that's awesome. I'm happy. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm happy? I had a doctor's appointment this morning. They're going to do it. I'm doing a sleep study in the next couple of weeks. All that stuff from videos past is still something that I'm dealing with. So we're doing sleep study to see if that's got something to do with it. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we're down. So that put us at 5 pounds that we've lost in the last few weeks. So it took me almost 5 weeks to lose 5 pounds, but hey, I'm happy about it. That's awesome. So it's working. Now, my wife made a good point yesterday. She's like, you changed so much though, you don't know what it was that actually pushed you through that little stall period that you had. But I ain't mad about it. Overall though, I'm feeling good. Eating a lot more fattier meats. I can tell with the bathroom visits and stuff like that I'm doing that. So we're down to 328, 10 pounds away from the lowest I've ever been. And that puts us at like, I don't know, 68, 63-ish pounds from my goal weight. If y'all remember, like I said, you know, when I say that I've lost almost 30 pounds this time around, you know, that's at my previous starting weight, which is 355. My original starting weight was 384 pounds. So 384 to 328 is kind of what I'm measuring how much weight I've lost in total. And that's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm excited about it. I'm feeling pretty good. Still having some issues with like pains in my stomach like I was, you know, initially having when I started this whole going to doctors thing that we've talked about. So we're still tracking all that down. But overall, this week was a good week. Was pretty strict on everything, like all y'all say I should be. Even though I wasn't really not strict, there was a few things I needed to tighten up. And so we've done a lot of beef, a lot of butter, a lot of bacon, quite a few eggs. I've come to love pickled eggs. Now, again, I know that's not strict for a lot of people, but the ones I bought, if you saw me on Instagram, on my stories, it was the brand I bought. It was literally just like vinegar, salt, water, and that was it. There was no sugar, nothing like that in the pickling solution. And they were delicious. I actually even reused the brine and threw like 3 more eggs in it after I finished those eggs and waited a couple days and ate those again, and they were delicious. So if you can't tell, I'm happier in this video. Just to see that scale move, it's just it gives me all the dopamine that I need to see that scale move. Started working out at a gym last week, and of course, as it always seems to happen, every time I start trying to work out, something else on my body decides it doesn't want to work. So I've always fought having a herniated disc in my back, in my lower lumbar. At one time, when I was younger, I was in my 20s actually, I went and had an MRI done because I was having a lot of back pain. And the guy told me, he said, son, when I look at your MRI, I feel like I'm looking at the back of a 70-year-old man. And so I've grown up, had back issues my whole life, scoliosis, kyphosis, which is like a curvature, and then also it's the hunchback in your upper thoracic, I guess, spine, kyphotic. It's a kyphotic curve. That's stuff I've dealt with my whole life. it was when I was little, so I don't blame my weight on the issue. I blame my weight on the pain and the reoccurrence of the pain. When I was younger, I worked out all the time, kept my back strong, and I didn't deal with it as much. Once I got out of high school, got away from sports, things like that, it's slowly gotten worse. So, we're supposed to go to the gym today. I'm going to let this bulging disc, or whatever they want to call it, rest. Been doing some traction. My wife, last night, I had her grab a hold of my legs and just pull to try to relieve some pressure off of that vertebrae and that disc. So, it's kind of disheartening. It sucks because, I was really wanting to hit the gym running, but that's not going to be an option. I've been stretching a lot. I downloaded an app that kind of walks me through some stretches for lower back pain, stuff like that. So I've been trying to do that as much as I can with the pain level. Like right now, I feel fine sitting here, but if I go to stand up, I can't stand fully straight right away. It takes a long time before that nerve that disc is kind of touching to kind of relax and let me, stand up. So if you're going through something like that, and if you're having pains and stuff like that, don't get discouraged. We all are getting older. Unfortunately, time stands still for none of us. And sometimes age can kind of show a few little issues. Weight can show a few little issues. And it's just going to be something that we all deal with. Every single one of us, at some point in our life, we're going to deal with pains. Don't let that discourage you from doing what you're doing to better yourself. I could sit at the house today and be like, I'm doing all this for nothing. My back still hurts. I still can't exercise like I want to. You know what? In a day or two, I'm going to be able to exercise. In the meantime, I need to figure out what I can do now to rehab the injury and to keep moving forward. And that's what you need to do too. Don't let, small little bumps in the road completely wipe you off of the trajectory that you had. I had hit the gym pretty good the other day, did a complete upper body workout. I was sore in places, my lats, my delts, my triceps, my pectoral major, my traps, everything was feeling really good. I was like, oh yeah, I haven't felt this feeling in a long time. This is nice, I love it. And then, my back said, nah, bro, you're going to have to hold on for a minute. And, that could be discouraging, but don't let it get you down. You're still trying to do the best you can do to better yourself. And there's a quote, I believe it was Jordan Peterson that said it in his 12 Rules book, but stop comparing yourself to others. The only person that you should be comparing yourself to is the person that you were yesterday. And that's something that I have tried to mimic in my own life. If we constantly compare ourselves to other people and people are around us, we're never going to meet the mark that we're setting for ourselves. But at the same time, you don't know what those other people have gone through. You don't know what those other people are doing. You don't know if what you see from those other people is even real. Reality is so skewed now because of social media, because of all these things. People can be whatever they want to be when people are looking, but you never know what people are truly dealing with. So if you delete the expectation that you may place on yourself because you're seeing, oh, well, Jim Bob over here, he runs 5 miles a day and he takes in 3,000 calories and he's lost 124 pounds, or, Sally Mae, she only weighs 120 pounds and she's only been doing carnivore for 6 months and she lost 80 some pounds. You're never going to meet those expectations that you set for yourself. The biggest thing that you need to do is look at yourself yesterday, at the person you were, the things you did, and say, you know what? I can be better than that person today. I can be better than who I was yesterday today. Here's the things that I saw that I did yesterday that I may not have met the expectation or the goal that I wanted to. So can I do better today than I did then? Maybe I should have slept maybe 30 more minutes yesterday. Maybe I should have walked 1,000 more steps yesterday, or maybe I could have walked 1,000 more steps yesterday and I didn't. Maybe I could have been nicer to that person in the checkout line, but I wasn't. Maybe I could have encouraged that person that I saw having a bad day. Maybe I should, those are the kind of things that you need to compare yourself to. Not what so and so is doing, or how good such and such has it, or oh, they've lost this much weight. In everything that you do in life, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And I think you'll really start to see some success. See, I used to be the person that, I've talked about FOMO in the past. I used to be that person that I would see everybody else and I would see how good they're doing, or how good the perception of their life was, and I would say, well, I'm not hitting that mark. I'm not doing that good. What's wrong with me that I'm not doing that good? And this diet has been the same way. I've seen folks that are having great success. I've seen folks that are doing so much better than what I feel like I'm doing. But really, what I should have been looking at was, well, where was I at yesterday? Where was I at 3 weeks ago? Where was I at 10 weeks ago? Where was I at a year ago? Am I better today than I was at all of those examples? Yes. Yes, I was. Or yes, I am. And, you're the only person that's in control of your today. Nobody else that you watch, nobody else that you see, nobody else that you listen to has any kind of bearing on the person that you are today. So remember that. The next time that you're trying to compare your journey, your weight loss journey, your life, period, to those that you see around you, remind yourself that just because they're doing stuff a certain way, just because you see the success that they're having, it doesn't mean that you're not successful. It doesn't mean that the things you're doing isn't better than who you were yesterday. And if you look at yourself and you say, you know what, I'm the same person that I was 5 years ago. I'm the same person that I was a year ago. I'm the same person that I was yesterday. Then you have a stepping stone. You have a mark that you can set to be better moving forward. So that's going to be it for today, guys. We've lost some weight. I'm super excited about it. I appreciate you for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. And we'll have an update or a cook eventually, maybe once it's not so cold that I can't stand outside. But anyway, y'all stick with me. We'll see what we can do. Thanks, guys. God bless.